Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon all. Our team want to present our representation. Title is Malay Folktale Preservation by PBLAN 507. Before entering the content, uh, we want to introduce our team. Uh, our manager project is Mrs. Anis Rahmi. Our client is Mrs. Nursai Maharahap. And our team member consists of myself, Riyandi Anugrah, Aditya Lutfi, Aisyah Rizkina, Kania Anisha, Rizan Sumardi, Gibran Arif, Sumyari Reka, Dela Tripartiwi, Danila, and Rena Priandi. Our background project is start by seeing the fading local culture. Uh, So in this problem, we also see the opportunity. In Batam, our local has many interesting folk culture. That is many folktale that have a rich content. So we decided to adapting this folklore, local folklore to animation. Our objective is first adapting the folktale Sungai Jodho into an animation, and second to introduce the folklore Sungai Jodho to the Batam community through animation. This is our project idea. Our dramatic premise is Mahabongsu and oppressed open serpent must define newfound freedom when the unexpected wealth siphon sparked wave of jealousy and deadly slander from the surrounding community. Because this is a continuation project, current project has a differentiate, that is, before we had 7 scenes, 6 characters, the story is to the point and liking story frame. And after the improvisation, we had 22 scenes, 12 characters, a complex storyline, and has a story frame. We can also see full script in the link. In trial concept, in Act 1, we start by showing Mahabongsu hidden desire for freedom, and in Act 2, we shows the main conflict between Mahabongsu and Mak Piah and the instigated resident and we end in Act 3 that shows miracle will happen with Mahabongsu. And we can see also the full trailer concept in this link. Okay, next is will be present by Ayesa.
Next, we get to the character designs, where all the characters have different characteristics that involve Malay culture. For example, the main character here, Mah Bongsu, she wears a baju kurung and a scarf on her head, which represent Malay young woman. Next. Next, guess. The appearance of her body characteristic is like a young Malay woman wearing a scarf on her head. Next. This is her turnaround. Next. Next, there is an antagonist character named Makpia. She wears a headband called Tengkulu, which is also usually worn by middle-aged Malay women. She wears jewelry such as gold flower brooch, necklace, and gold bracelets. Next. The appearance of her body characteristic is like a middle-aged Malay woman who wears tengkulo on her head and some jewelry. Next. This is her turnaround. Okay, next the next slide will be read by Pizan.
This is white snake character Bible. Is physical is cobra snake. white skin, with gold accent on the belly, yellow eyes. His character is obedience. Next, this is our physical reference for white snakes. Next is character design for white snakes. This is side design, front design, bottom design, top design. For each head, because we only focus on designing his head. Okay, next slide.
Next is environmentalist of Sungai Jodo. Inspired by Sungai Jodo or another rivers, in this concept, we can see an environmental design of a river with clear water, surrounded by several trees, rocks, and slightly uneven terrain. Next is environmental Malay village. This concept show a traditional Malay village with wooden split steel walls surrounded by a tree and small pots. It gives a peaceful and simple village vibes close to nothing. Next, the Mapia courtyard is designed to follow the design of traditional Malay houses. The roof design follows the hanging bee motif reflection, the hanging beehive and reminiscent of the Malay land of yore.
Next is the storyboard. Our storyboard differs from the old project in more camera movements, more dynamic shots, and more scenes that are more involved with the characters. First, we have the establishing shot, which involves the title, and that transitions into a bird eye view shot of the main character and the set, which is Mapia's house. And we transition to a sad-looking Ma Bongsu, and as she gets yelled at, she goes to do her tasks, which is washing Mapia's clothes, and that's when she meets the snake. Next slide, please. After she meets the snake, she is startled and she drops her cloth. And although originally she's startled, she sees that the animal is injured and she eventually grows the courage and empathizes with the animal and tries to help it by bringing it home, hiding it under her bed. But unexpectedly, the snake starts to shed its skin. And next slide, please. The animal sheds its skin, and the snake skin is burnt by Ma Bongsu to dispose of the evidence. And unexpectedly, the snake skin starts to glow in the fire, and the surrounding area starts to glow a faint yellow. And the snake skin has turned into gold. And we proceed to see Ma Bongsu purchase a house. We see that she's looking at the house and then she buys it off from someone. And then she also shares her wealth with the community and tries to give back to the people.
And then Mapia starts spreading bad words around the village, telling that Mah Bongsu is a witch. So the next time Mah Bongsu wanted to give some charity, they despise her and accusing her as a witch. Then the whole village hunt her down. So Mah Bongsu ran to the river to let the white snake run away before they found it. The white snake looked a little bit hesitant, but Mahbongsu insists that the snake has to run away, and thus the snake submerged to the water. So as the village found Mahbongsu at the river, a bright golden glow emerged from below the water. The white snake started to transform, and thus the miracle happened. And that's the end of the trailer.
Keren kali. And okay, so this is the proof of concept that we have made for this project so far. And this is an animation that we made for our proof of concept. You can see you can find the link over here.
Okay, that's all for our presentation. And sorry for our mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.